Hi everyone, my name is Belladesiree and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the books I've published. Okay, so you may or may not know me. I started as a book talker and I've been on book talk for like 4.5 years, I think. And then I published my first book and I was like, you know what? I need to start an author account, so I did. And now I published 4 books, and in today's video I want to share with you guys some about my books. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do today. I want to start with saying that my childhood dream was not to be an author. I actually never thought of that. I wanted to take care of dolphins when I was a kid. Just wanna be part of your But I believe that some people have childhood dreams that they follow and others find their dreams along the way, and that was the case for me. So the first book I published was the quotes I needed. I've been through a lot and I've struggled a lot with mental health, so I wanted to release this book to hopefully help others. I collected my favorite quotes that helped me the most and put them all into this book, because when you just scroll on Pinterest or TikTok it can be very overwhelming. That's why I collected a few that I think a lot of people would need. One of my favorites is actually one that my old friend told me, and it was this: stop worrying about if they like you and start thinking about if you even like them. And that one really helped me a lot, and I still have to think of that one a lot because I do care a lot about what people think. So that's something I really work on. And I designed this book in a way so you can really personalize it by drawing on the pages to really make it yours in a way, to put your energy into it. My favorite color is pink, so I've used a lot of pink and orange and yellow. Like, you can pick it up in the morning, before school, before work, whatever you want. You can just like stop on a random page, and whatever quote you get that day is probably what you needed the most that day. So that was my first book that I published almost 1.5 years ago. It was after this book that I realized that I really want to write a book. A story popped up in my head, or it was more like 2 characters, and that was Genevieve and Hector and their story, which became my debut novel, The Right Well, which I'm so proud of, and I actually made a cover all by myself, so that's just amazing. And it's just so cool, like, seeing a book like this and knowing that you wrote it all. That's just so insane to me. And this book is about Genevieve mostly. She lost her sister and now she's desperate to get her back, but she can only do so if she manages to find the right well and make her one and only wish. But if she wishes in the wrong well on the way there, she will forget everything about it, and then she will not get the chance to make her one and only wish. And then we have Hector, the love interest, who is also trying to find this well because he doesn't have any wings. They were cut off, and you will get to know why and by who in this book. This book holds a lot of trauma and like deep thoughts that I know that a lot of people have but maybe don't talk about it a lot. I can put like the tropes or themes on the screen along the trigger warning. So this is my debut novel and it's so cute. I also have a alternate cover for this book, and it looks like this, where the characters are on the cover, and I love this. The character art is by Zoe Art on Instagram. Both of these are available on Amazon. This one is a little bit cheaper and this one is a little bit more expensive. Here's the spines, here's the back. a lot of people is asking if there will be a second book, and all I can say is, and my latest book is actually not a book, it's a planner, but I still wanted to show you guys because this one means a lot to me, because that's something I would have probably needed when I wrote my first book. So my latest release is the book planner, and this book is for authors or people who wants to become authors or just like writing books. It looks like this, and it's also available on Amazon. All my books are available there. So in this book I've included like everything I didn't know when I started writing the Write Well, to help you guys along the way. And I've also added what I probably would have needed in a planning book, because I have like 25 planning books where all my thoughts and ideas are like on 3 pages in each and every one of them. So I've probably forgotten a lot about my ideas in those books. That's why I created this book. I've included like questions you have, such as why you need a copyright page, how to write the copyright page, and I've also included like an example of how to write one. Here's a little about ISBN, editing, book cover, you name it. You understand what I'm trying to get to. And when the book starts, now I need to hold, because I've started planning in my own planning book and I love it. Here's a character page, character planning. I just realized I can just show you guys another page, because there is 4 character planning chapters included, if I can say it like that. And they look like this, where I've written down like name, age, height, hair color, eye color, but then you can add whatever you want. And I've also added personality traits, and here you can add some notes or whatever. I've also added those pages where if you get like small ideas along the way in your book, like, oh my god, I need to write this, then you can write those thoughts on these pages. So whenever you're looking through, you know that those ideas are on those specific pages and not like on a random page in the book. Then I have this page where you can add notes. And then we have world building, and here I haven't added anything as well, because that's very personal for each story. I've also added motivation pages along the way that you will find throughout the book, which I think is very important when you're writing your first book. Then we have plotting, and we have, I can't show this page because there's a lot, but it kind of looks like the plotting page, but it's planning, to plan out your book. Then I've added chapter pages. You can write something small about each chapter. You don't have to use those pages, but I realized that that's something that helped me a lot, to just get something small down, just to remember the timeline. And I've added 40 chapter pages. You don't have to use all of them if you don't want to, but I feel like it's better to add a lot rather than too little. And what I thought was most fun about this was that I contacted some of my author friends and asked them some questions so that you guys can get the most honest answers. So the first question is, what is something that keeps you motivated when writing? And then each author has their own page with their answer to that specific question. And there is 4 questions included. And I've added a milestone pages, which goes up to 75k, and then you can add more if you want bigger milestones, because I know that some of you are writing books that are very long. And there's a little note from me and stuff like that. So that's the book planner, which I'm very proud of. And I truly hope that this will help a lot of you guys. That's the 4 books I published so far, and I do have like 4 works in progress, and I hope to publish at least one of them before 2026. Oh Oh my god, that's so soon. That's insane. I don't like that. If you're interested in any of these, they are available on Amazon, and The Right Well is also available on Kindle Unlimited. I wish you all a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!